Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm back with another Conquerors Blade video, and this time around we're going to be looking at the patch notes and news for the 29th of the 9th, 2022. And it is a big damn patch, so you are going to want to stay tuned to find out everything that is coming into the game tomorrow. Before we get into the video though, hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest of Conquerors Blade. So then, 29th of the 9th, 2022, so 29th September, which is tomorrow, we are getting probably the biggest patch to date for Conquerors Blade, definitely for this season. It is a substantial patch coming in with a load of new stuff, a load of changes to units, and a brand new Colosseum map as well, which definitely was not expecting that. So I'm going to read through all the good juicy bits of news that you are going to want to know, so stick me on in the background while you're playing Conquerors Blade and keep your ears pinned back to find out everything that is new that is coming into the game tomorrow. So starting off with new content, we have a brand new events. We have the Mighty Guardian Acquisitor event, the Mighty Guardian Attire Chest, and the Mighty Guardian Sign-In event. We have a Fortune's Bounty event, a Fortune Store. Traveling Painter NPC appears in all major cities, and a limited time Doctrine Pool. They have also added a new Colosseum map, Flowers of Victory. Details about the Mighty Guardians event will be shared in a separate news article upon the launch of events, so by the time you are watching this video they may have released that. They have not yet released that news, so that will come tomorrow after the patch, I expect. So keep an eye out around midday of tomorrow. So, Flowers of Victory. We are introducing a new Colosseum map, Flowers of Victory. This new map features new scenery and modes. Flowers of Victory and the standard Colosseum map will be both available in rotation from September the 29th. While available, the chance to find matchmaking battles in Flowers of Victory is greatly increased. So if you are going to be searching for a Colosseum battle, you are more likely going to end up in the new map, Flowers of Victory. We're adding a new feature known as trophies to the Flowers of Victory map within Colosseum mode. You can accrue trophies by defeating heroes and neutral soldiers and by opening chests on the map. You may only carry a certain number of trophies at a time. You'll be able to earn buffs that raise your damage, reduce the enemy's defenses, or gain powerful reinforcements by handing in trophies to the trophy collector. You'll receive extra unit reinforcements if your team hands in enough of them. Few different kind of just pictures that I am just showing you on the video right now as well of the new map. Looks fairly similar to the Colosseum map, just a few changes. Supply point has been added to each of the tunnels on either side of the Flowers of Victory map. You can respawn indefinitely in the Flowers of Victory map in Colosseum mode. Colosseum map you can only spawn 3 times. Due to the introduction of Flowers of Victory, we have updated the details in the rules section of Colosseum mode. Moving on down to limited time Doctrine Pool, the Heights of Valor. A new Doctrine Pool will be available for a limited time at the Wolf Scholar, and with it we have introduced a new Epic Doctrine, Epic Spear Doctrine A. Epic Spear Doctrine A can only be used on heavy shield infantry and grants the following effects. Unlock Stand Fast. Grants immunity to crowd control for 2.5 seconds, 60 seconds cooldown. That's quite naughty if you can time that right. Optimizations. So the map's siege rotation has been updated. They have removed Sun City, Regionopolis, Riverlands Castle, White Elf Fort. I do feel like we have been playing those maps quite a lot actually. Added Wall Fort, Valley Fortress, La Grande Glace, and Allenberg. So we have had 4 maps taken out. We've had 4 maps put in. Obviously some of us will like that, some of us won't. But it's nice to see that actually the rotation is getting updated, so we're not just constantly playing the same maps over and over and over again, which is quite nice to see. Ranked battles. So added information on crowd points to the ranked battle rules to ensure that each warlord receives season rewards based on their applicable rank. We have expanded the Rookie, Brawler and Slayer ranks into Rookie, Contestant, Brawler, Fighter, Slayer and Gladiator, and have displayed their rewards separately. We've made improvements to the rank reward menu. You can now preview season rewards to see which rewards are available at different ranks, as well as rewards you will receive for your current rank upon reaching it. You'll be able to see season exclusive unit attire earned by reaching Arena Hero rank. That's been coming a right pain in the ass to get that rank, I tell you. Improve the menu's display logic and layout. Personalization interface. We've continued to flesh out the personalization menu. Players who own the full set of certain attires, currently only applicable to the Runic Knight, Immortal and Lingion Ranger sets, will soon be able to obtain or purchase, depending on the occasion, each individual piece from within the menu. More information will be shared within the coming weeks. Miscellaneous. Improve the icon of discounts within the store. Improve the nobility title images for Orgolia, Ungjerva and Anadolu Imperial Restorationists, so that only applies to you if you're in the cohorts. Improve the display logic of the events menu. Events which appear are multiple times. I've definitely read that right. That does not actually read properly. Events which appear are multiple times. At the same day will now be displayed as one tile, and their availability times will be elicited. Mouse over an event to see what times it is available on the day. Whoever they've got doing the translation for the past few weeks, tell you what, the translation has taken a massive nosedive in quality, because some of this is actually quite difficult to read. Improve the matchmaking experience for warlords below level 60, giving low level warlords a more level playing field. So, on to the big bit of the news, the unit balancing and optimization. This is what we're here for. Monastic Knights, they have had their charge ability improved. When their charge is interrupted, enemy heroes and units before them will be concussed for a short duration and take 30% increased damage. Elias Rangers. Reduce their accuracy penalty by 80% and increase their hit rate by more than 50% when moving at high speed. Improve their targeting algorithm so that they are more likely to target heroes among groups of units. Fire Lancers reduced the attack interval of Fire Lance while moving by 60%, enabling the Fire Lancers to use it more often while on the move. However, they no longer use it while stationary. Change their charge. While charging, they will fire multiple volleys of Fire Lances in the direction they charge to strike out and break enemy formations. Increase the Fire Lance's maximum range in all situations to 70, was 50, and its base fire and accuracy by 33%. Massive buffs to the Fire Lancers there. The Elias Rangers, so the promoted unit from the Fire Lancers. Improve the targeting algorithms of Bludgeon and Devastation so that the hit coverage can be larger when the units are too clustered. Improve the targeting algorithm of Blast, and it will now prioritise the direction of nearby enemies. Increase the hitbox of Bludgeon, and the maximum number of targets to 6, was 4. Personally, I think the Elias Rangers are going to be absolute monsters again. Kashyyyks improved the targeting algorithm of Saber combo, and their attacks while moving should now hit more enemies. Kashyyyks have had a buff, that's a little bit worrying. The Kevatul Cavalry upped their piercing armor penetration to 1358, was 1177, and slashing armor penetration to 1464, was 1373. Replaced their charge and locust swarm skills with spreading flame. Moves toward a designated location and fires a series of flaming arrows. Fireproof units can be set ablaze if hit with enough arrows. They also draw the swords when near the enemy and charge, dealing high damage. Veterancy point nodes that increase the damage and reduce the cooldown of the charge have been changed to instead with a new skill. Dagger Axe Lancers. Rally to Me no longer needs to be unlocked for veterancy points, and the effect of the original veterancy point has been changed. Rally to Me's cooldown is no longer related to charge, and we've reduced the cooldown to 45 seconds or 60. Improve the Rally to Me so that the unit moves and charges better than before. If attacked during Rally to Me, they will now immediately launch a sweeping counter attack against nearby enemies. This attack can hit many units. Imperial Archers, which I believe are the blue ones, the purple ones, sorry, change precision volley so that it now launches several volleys of armor penetrating arrows in a small area, and we've greatly increased its armor penetration, increases firing rate by 35%, and it now deals a block break. Increase their base firing rate by 15% and damage on precision volley by 11%, but reduce precision volleys extra armor penetration reduction by 18%. They will now fire armor penetration arrows and have an 18% increased rate of fire during attack area. Change the frequency point node like clockwork to reduce its precision volleys cooldown by 1 second. Frequency point node heavy arrow training no longer reduces the rate of fire. Vassal Longbowmen. Everybody loves the Longbowmen. don't say you don't. Increase their base attack speed by 32% and their skill damage by 11%. Improve the targeting algorithm of covering fire so that it now targets the enemy nearest the hero. If there are obstacles between the Longbowmen and the enemy, they will shoot toward the hero. Improve the targeting algorithms for all their attacks and their accuracy, increasing their accuracy at max range by 45%, giving them an accuracy of over 90% against faraway stationary targets. That is insane, because the range on these guys is utter dirt and utter filth. Now they are going to have an over 90% accuracy rating against units that are stationary as well at that massive range. That is absolutely insane. I think we are going to see a lot more Longbowmen being played. Imperial Arquebusiers, so improved volley fires AI, will now launch a volley after forming formation, after which the 3 rows of Arquebusiers will fire in succession. Change the firing order and interval volley fire, reducing the gap between shots. This should increase volley fire's effectivity by 40%, reduce volley fire's cooldown to 40 seconds, reduces piercing damage by 10% effect from the choice veterancy point node. Change the veterancy point node precision. Cavalry hit by volley fire takes 33% increased damage for 1 second. Previously the node made volley fire 1 extra time. Bugfixes Crossbowmen, they definitely need a buff. Their bolts can now hit a maximum of 3 targets instead of 2 and can pierce through 1 extra target. We've also reduced the damage decay for each target pierced to 30% whilst 40%. This change does not affect baton bolts. Improve their target algorithm. This should make them hit more targets. These guys used to be utter dirt in terms of like filth, so good. Hopefully they have had with this buff, hopefully they have been brought back into the meta as well. It's been a shame not to play these guys for so long. Imperial Spear Guards reduce their damage taken by 35%. That's huge. This damage reduction does not work while crowd control or when their block breaks. That is an insane amount of reduction in damage. Tesserix, yes, my Tesserix have had a buff, thank God, it's been so long. Reduce shield rush's cooldown to 40 seconds. When the charge of shield rush ends, Tesserix will charge again toward nearby enemies within the next 5 seconds. This triggers up to 3 times. Increase the damage of shield rush by 10% and it now knocks enemies down and inflicts bleed, which is very, very good. For the Brashio Pikemen, I don't think they needed a buff personally, but they've had their health upped by 100 points, which is quite nice. Halberdier Sergeants have also had their health buffed by 200 points. Loads and loads of unit changes and optimizations there. It's going to be interesting to see just how this brings them into line with the current meta of units. I am really looking forward to playing the Elias Rangers again. Really looking forward to playing Bugfixes and the Tesserix again. I'm really looking forward to playing the Tesserix again. Bugfixes, so coming to the end of the patch notes now. Pardon me. Fix an issue where the skill cooldowns of the pipe weren't displayed correctly. Units. Fix an issue with the text description of the Vassal Longbowmen's veterancy point node. Kit repair. It now displays reduces unit supply cost by 20%. Exactly the same for Imperial Arquebusiers as well. Improve the description of the Myrmidon's firm footing trait. The Myrmidons must leave the area where they first assumed position to be able to use shield wall again. Fix an issue where the Halberdier Sergeant's stand firm skill would disappear if you switched formations too quickly. Miscellaneous. Fix an issue where there was a chance to fail to kick down ladders. That's happened to me so many times. Fix an issue where the camera could get stuck when closing the performance camera. So, what do you think? What are your first initial thoughts of all of these changes? Like I said, this has been a massive amount of changes coming into the game. It's going to be really interesting to see just how this does change the units in particular. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these older units again, just seeing if actually they are going to be viable in the current state of the game. Let me know your thoughts though. Let me know your thoughts on actually what else is coming into the game as well, this new map, were you expecting it? let me know just any of your thoughts whatsoever about actually what is going to be coming in tomorrow for the new patch. Thank you very much for watching, folks. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope it's kind of opened your eyes to things that are coming into the game as well. Apologies, it has been quite a long one, but I have tried to cover pretty much everything that is coming into the game. Usually these patch notes videos are about 6 to 7 minutes. This is 15 minutes, which goes to show how much more stuff is coming into the game tomorrow. As always, folks, hit that like button, hit that sub button, share this video around, and I hope to catch you in the Colosseum.